Oh yeah, I got another long one. One day, and I was still living at that house. I woke up, not woke up. I came to my senses. I achieved consciousness this day almost at 5 p.m. Like it was between 4 and 5 p.m. And I was sitting on one end of the couch, not the end of the couch that I went to sleep on either. And Jonah's on the other end laughing at me and holding his phone and filming me. And Ty is sitting on his hands, as he used to do in the recliner, looking at me with this shocked expression. And my throat's dry, and my face is hot. I feel like I've just been run over by a pack of mules, you know? There's, like, I taste chocolate. I've got something on my cheek. I had this awful, terrible taste in my mouth, like seed shells, you know? Going, what happened? Throat's just dry and hoarse. I'm like, you know. Well, what had happened, and thank God Jonah had filmed it. If he has that film, I'll like attach it to this video, I swear. They had just by chance, no reason. I hadn't talked to them in a while. We didn't talk on a very regular basis, and they had just showed up to visit at my house. And I had not locked the doors for some reason. But they found me that afternoon, blood sugar just extremely low. They didn't know how to check it or what to do if they did check it, you know. I was out of it. And all they had with them was a thing of, like, it's not Louisiana tea. It's one of those gas station, like, store-bought tea in a bottle things, like Pure Leaf or something, which tastes horrible. I wasn't conscious when I was drinking it, but the aftertaste of it was abysmally bad. And they had tried to wake me up or get me to wake up, and it wasn't happening. And I think I remember some of this, because I don't remember standing at the cupboard and getting this chocolate cupcake that was in there out of it. I don't remember that. But I do remember sitting on the couch with my fist in my throat. What had happened, I had just eaten the cupcake so fast and in one bite, and it was a big cupcake, like one you'd kind of have to hold in your palm, you know, you couldn't hold it with your fingers. And I'd gotten some of it, of course, in my animal brain, you know, like instinct, blood sugar, low brain. I was thinking, like, oh, there's crumbs on my hand, there's icing on my knuckles, you know. So I was trying to get my whole hand in my mouth so I could lick any of it off that I possibly could. Jonah's like over there giggling at me. I remember that little flash of it. And anyway, on this video, man, I wish to God he had the video. I'm like babbling unintelligibly. And I'm like trying to sit up and tell him something really urgently. Like, hey, I'm in trouble. I need help. I don't remember any of this, by the way. And I'm like sitting up. And then you can just kind of see the light go out in my head, and I'll like fall over, like just barely have any muscle tension to save me from falling over. And I'd fall over and be unconscious, and then I'd slowly get up and be like trying to tell him something and trying to stand up. I walked myself into the kitchen though. I do remember that. And then I'd pass out again, and then I'd come up, and then I'd be out. And they had fed me that tea and that cupcake and probably something else they'd found in the house. I don't know. But yeah, they were, Ty was very, very shocked. He'd never seen anything like that up to that point. And Jonah was having just the greatest time with it, you know, filming it. There's probably some other details to that one. Hadn't thought about that story in a long time. Another story of that house and me waking up on that couch, though. One day I came to my senses and I was looking at my phone. I was like, that's weird. I'm on a call with somebody. And, you know, your iPhone keeps the call timer of how long you've been talking to somebody. And I was on a phone call, I don't know if I called him or he called me, with my dad. I don't even remember what he was saying to me, but he wasn't talking that much. I had been on a call with him for more than 15 minutes. And if you don't know my dad, that doesn't mean anything to you, but I hadn't had a 15-minute phone call with my dad since I was like 10. And I couldn't imagine my dad had enough to say to me that he would have stayed on the phone that long. I don't know what he was, never knew anything about it after this. I don't even think I ever brought it up again, except to tell him what happened. But I looked at the call timer. Actually, I can remember coming to my senses and seeing that it was at like 12 something. And then I passed out again. And when I woke up the second time, it was at 15. I said, he was saying like, can you hear me? Or he was saying my name or something. And I went, Dad? I didn't even know I was on a phone call with you. And I said something like, let me call you back or talk to you later. My blood sugar's really low. And so, I'm pretty sure the only 15-minute phone call I've ever had with my dad was that moment. And I can't imagine if I had said anything or the minutes before that. I will probably never know. I know I was talking about climbing the tree earlier at 27, but the lowest I've ever seen was 17. And most of the time when you get to that range, like that's like if you don't have pretty close medical help, you're in danger of death anywhere before 17, but especially that low, you know. And I felt completely fine. Like I didn't know it was even low at all. And I kind of felt like it was the clearest head I'd had all day. Like everything was super clear. I was very, very lucid and almost euphoric. I was noticing things in the house that I had never seen before. It was really odd. Everything, all the lights were so much brighter and clearer, and the colors were more vivid, and things had a real shadow and an edge to them, and I was just feeling great. And I checked it, and I went, 17? You know, like I shouldn't be awake right now. I should probably be on the floor. After I realized what it was, some symptoms started coming to me, but it was never that bad. Like I ate something and that was the end of it. So I have seen my blood sugar at 17, and there's probably not a lot of people that have had hypoglycemia that can say that.